Since March, the YMCA has kept their daycare centers open so they could care for the children of essential workers. Now, as coronavirus restrictions are lifted and more patients go back to work, the YMCA will provide summer day camp programs to children at 20 locations throughout Orange County. Joining us now via FaceTime to tell us more about it is the CEO of the Orange County YMCA, Jeff McBride. Jeff, good morning to you. Thank you so much for being with us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So to start, tell us about the essential services that the YMCA is offering and also about your decision to reopen for summer camps throughout Orange County this summer.
Well, we actually we have been caring for over 5,000 kids a day historically during the regular school year. And when the pandemic hit, we had to make some changes in the decision on whether we were going to stay open or not. A lot of hospitals and essential workers reached out to us and said they needed child care so they could go help fight the virus. And we made the decision to stay open, which has really helped us as we now pivot back to returning to some form of normalcy. So we went from 5,000 kids a day down to 400 kids a day, but the lessons we learned were absolutely invaluable. Working with the local healthcare agency, the guidelines from the CDC, we learned disinfecting protocols, we learned intake, we learned stable groupings where we keep the kids with the same kids and instructors. We learned a ton as we went through this. And if you remember, this whole thing started, we kept changing. So it was 250 in a crowd, then it went down to the limitations was 100, then 50, then 25, then 10. So we were able to adjust with that. And what that allowed us to do is learn. And we've gone through this. We have all the protocols down, the disinfecting, the intake, and it's allowed us to pivot and now move forward to open camps with a great deal of knowledge and experience. During that time, we never had one case of any of our children or staff becoming infected. So we have a high degree of confidence in the processes and the procedures that the CDC has given us, and we're excited. So we started last Monday, a week ago. We have about 1,000 kids right now, and we're really excited. Parents are excited. It's exciting to turn back to some form of normalcy.
Let me tell you, Jeff, not only excited, but so relieved, because any parent who has teens or whatever looking for summer school or camps have been just shut down. So it's wonderful to see that you found a way to do it safely. So how is summer camp then going to be different this year under COVID restrictions versus last year?
Boy, that's a great question. First off, we're doing less field trips because things aren't as open. But all of our programs have been adjusted. So I was at a child care site a couple of weeks ago, and we don't want to scare the kids, but we want to educate them about social distancing. So they were all playing and doing their activities, whether it's arts and crafts or physical education, and the teacher instantly yelled really loudly, "Dr. Prepper." And as soon as they did that, all the kids stopped, extended their arms straight out from around them, and if they could touch a child, they knew they were too close. But they've made it a game where the kids are having a good time. They play tag, but we use the swimming noodles, so you play tag with noodles to keep people distanced. Or they interact and play games across the table. So everything we're doing is social distancing with disinfecting all the time. Everything's just been adjusted, but it's been really fun and it's been really good for the kids.
That's so great. And so then the parents out there that are watching that may be reluctant to send their kids to the YMCA this summer, what is your message?
Well, we always, even before this, say safety first with everything we do. And we have had a really good track record during the pandemic. Again, no illnesses whatsoever. So we are following those procedures. Those are changing. At one point, it's kind of humorous, but we actually had to disinfect asphalt before the kids could play on the asphalt. Now that's been restricted and changed, but we'll keep learning and learning, and we will do anything we can and everything we can to keep the kids safe. That's our #1 priority.
Well, and that's what parents most want to hear, instilling that confidence in them. So can you share any other new activities the kids will be exposed to?
Well, we do STEM learning. We work with the school districts because there's so much change right now. So how can we help the parents? And you talk about some normalcy. One of the things that we found out with the parents is this distance learning. It was kind of driving them crazy because it's hard to work with those kids all day at home.
That's for sure.
that's been so we're helping with that. We're assisting the schools as we transition back into school into school year if they are opening. So we're working really closely with school districts to make sure that we are enhancing that education and pivoting back into the school year.
You are a hero, and the Y, they're just heroic. Thank you so much for this update.
Well,
it's such good news, believe you me, for parents looking for those summer programs. Thank you.
Yeah, no kidding. Thank you so much. My staff, I'm so proud of my staff. They've done they're the heroes, and obviously the people fighting this thing. We're very grateful.
Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, we'll be right back. For more information about the summer programs, visit ymcaoc.org/summer day camp. We'll be back.